Well, good morning and welcome to back to the Morning Report. Today we're talking about a word that gets thrown around a lot in academic circles, but it's eating our culture alive. It's called presentism. We talked about this a little bit before, uh, but that's the habit of judging the past by the standards of the present. It sounds smart. It feels righteous, but it can be blind because history isn't just about a morality play. It's about the truth. It's about context. So the question that I'm putting in front of you today is very simple. Do we want history to be our teacher, or do we want history to be our punching bag? Okay, let's start where everybody feels it. It's in the statues, the monuments, the names that are carved into the granite and bronze. We've seen it. Thomas Jefferson's name stripped off schools, George Washington statues defaced because he owned slaves, Columbus turned in from an explorer to a genocide invader in a single generation. The question is, do we flatten them into nothing but their flaws? Or do we weigh their contributions in the full context of their time? Presentism says, nope, we judge with today's measuring stick. End of story. But think about it. If people 200 years from now judged us, our food, our politics, our carbon footprint, how many of us would pass? Okay. The fight doesn't stop with statutes, it's raging inside of classrooms. Today is Columbus Day. Forget it. Now it's Indigenous Peoples Day. AP African American Studies, state boards and governors battling on what counts as accurate history. Even math textbooks get combed for bias. Presentism shows up when we demand that every story be told not just fairly, but with today's moral seal of approval. That's not teaching, that's indoctrination. And it robs students of the one thing history is supposed to give: the ability to see how ideas, good and bad, collide and evolve over time. Billy Graham famously said he believed the next move of God would be believers making a difference in the marketplace. In the fall of 2019, Anton Kresik moved to Washington, D.C. And as Anton began his career in the political arena, two things became obvious. Godly principles were lacking on both sides of the aisle, and many organizations were putting profits before people. 7 Weeks Coffee was started to reverse this trend and live out Graham's calling as believers in the marketplace. As a values based business, 7 Weeks Coffee has a simple and transparent mission: donate 10%, a tithe, of every sale to pregnancy care centers across the nation. They are committed to earning your trust, not expecting it. So, how do they do this? Leading with their values, showing the impact and providing the highest quality product. I am a Christian. I'm conservative. And 7 Weeks Coffee unapologetically supports pregnancy care centers across the nation. Please join us by letting your coffee serve a greater purpose. Presentism is a politician's favorite trick. Every opponent becomes the new Hitler, the new Confederate, or the new Stalin, right? But history is not a cheap costume rack for political insults. When Trump says he's defending the constitutions, critics say, but the founders were slaveholders, so the whole thing is tainted. Okay, so, and the same thing when progressives push policies, conservatives sometimes fall into the same trap, pretending that every tax hike is socialism. Both sides flatten nuance. Both sides weaponize history instead of learning from it. And the result? We end up with a nation that forgets its roots while being chained to selective memories. Maybe you've noticed this in movies. A drama set in the 1800s where every character suddenly talks like a 2025 activist? Or period films that sanitize realities like gender roles or faith, because those things all offend modern audiences. Now, here's the irony. If you portray history accurately, people will get outraged. If you rewrite it, people say, well, at least it's accessible. But what are we really doing? We're creating a funhouse mirror of history that tells us nothing then, and it only reflects today. Thanks so much for watching. We appreciate you. Listen, I have something that I want you to have. You can go to our website and you can buy something, our t-shirt that says, no, we will not comply. Because every time we comply, we take that option away from our children. And we take that option of freedom and liberty away from our grandchildren. Go to the fightbackmedia.com website and click on the t-shirt that says, no, we will not comply. And underneath it, it has the nocompliancemovie.com website. And every single shirt that we sell, we'll send 50% of that sale to my friend KrisAnne Hall so they can produce the next movie. And whatever work they're doing, we will send 50% of the proceeds to my friend KrisAnne Hall. So go to fightbackmedia.com, fightbackmedia.com, and click on the No, We Will Not Comply t-shirt. You asked me, Willie, why does this matter? Because presentism steals three things from us. First, it steals humility. The reminder that we too have blind spots. Second, gratitude. The chance to appreciate progress even when it came through flawed people. Third, and the most important thing as far as I'm concerned, is wisdom. The ability to see patterns across time and avoid repeating the same mistakes. If we flatten the past into our moral cartoon, we lose all three. We stop asking, what have we learned? And start shouting, how dare they? That's not history. That's performance. Hey, y'all. Thanks for watching the show this morning. Listen, I have something that I want you to have that we've been working on. It's a Fight Back Media Guide to Winning Online for the 2026 midterms. When you're online trying to convince, the left that their viewpoint and their mindset is complete booty, because it is, it's trash. But you want to do it in a way that actually works, and that we're not just preaching to the choir. Please go to our website, fightbackmedia.com, and download this guide. It's full of really helpful, practical situations. It's a guide that you can share with your friends. You can print it out. It has quizzes and the test. So I really want you to understand the material, and I want to upgrade our presence online, our conservative presence online. So go to fightbackmedia.com, fightbackmedia.com, and download your Fight Back Media Guide to Winning Online in 2026. Because now, here's where conservatives need to step up. We don't defend Washington or Jefferson because they were perfect. We defend them because they were pivotal. We don't teach that Columbus was a saint. Neither do we erase the fact that his voyage altered the world. To protect the integrity of history is not to excuse wrongs. It's to refuse the lie that only people who meet today's checklist are worthy of remembering. Our job is to hold history steady as a teacher, not let it collapse under modern mood swings. Thanks for watching the broadcast today. I'm going to ask you to do one more thing for me. I'm going to ask you to join our Fight Back Media 4,000 Hours Viewed Club here on YouTube. 5 minutes a day of the Morning Report or any of the other Fight Back Media products. Morning Report is the best one and the easiest one. Whether you're watching shorts, whether you're watching long form videos, watch them for 5 minutes and share them with your friends and neighbors and your enemies. That'd be kind of fun. Again, or if you're not on YouTube, you can go to fightbackmedia.com, fightbackmedia.com, and watch from there. Thank you ever so much. Until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We will see you when we see you. Bye bye now. All right. So let me leave you with this. History is not ours to edit like a bad Wikipedia page. It's a library of lives lived under pressure, lived under fear, and hopes that we can barely imagine. If we strip it down to fit 2025 standards, we will blind our children to the lessons they need in 2125. Presentism feels righteous. It feels clean, but it's arrogance dressed up as justice. And in the long run, it costs us the very thing that we claim to seek: the truth. Don't let history become a punching bag. Let it stay a teacher. This is the Morning Report. My name is William Lawson. Thanks for coming by. Until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We will see you when we see you. Bye bye now.